Fools and mortals, unmute, man. Come on. No one knows how to work
All right, I'm on. Can you hear me now?
Uh-huh.
Sorry about that. It's my first Spaces.
What's up, man? What's on your mind?
So, I just turned you guys on driving back from work, and, you know, all of this stuff is so conceptual. I mean, everybody has a story of God. Everybody likes to put God in the concept of either this or that. And
well, you're doing that right now. You're using concepts to talk about what God is and isn't.
Right, but we have concepts that point to a thing, and so I'm using concepts to point to something.
But so you're saying, but you're complaining about people doing what you're admitting that you do.
Right, but I haven't even completed my thought yet, and you're already cutting into it.
Because it's already inconsistent.
Well, you don't know what I'm going to say. You don't know what my thoughts are.
Well, your first point was inconsistent.
Okay, so you understand we all have to use concepts to point towards a thing.
Okay.
Right?
Uh-huh.
Some concepts put you in boxes with a this or that, like Christianity. It's like Christianity, you either join the party or you get punished and go to hell. And then if you choose, and you're
yeah, but you're doing the exact same thing.
But I'm explaining to you what Christianity does.
But you're admitting that you're doing the same thing, so how are you in a better position?
I haven't gone to tell you what I'm talking about as far as my point about the universe.
Yeah, but you're already admitting that you're doing the same thing, so why would I listen to an argument that's based on a hypocritical approach?
Yeah, I don't think you understand what I'm saying. A concept points to something.
Uh-huh.
The best thing that you can do is use the best concepts to try to describe a thing that you're pointing to. When it comes to God, what do those three glyphs point to? G-O-D. They're three glyphs that humans use. They're three glyphs.
Letters?
Three different shapes.
Uh-huh.
In modern day, we call them letters. They're glyphs. We put them together, and it's pointing to something that's transcendent. What human primates do is they make up stories about the thing.
But you're telling a story right now, so you're doing the same thing again.
But I'm using a concept to point to something.
So, I mean, that's the thing that you complained about, but you complained about the thing that you're doing. So you're
not understanding what I'm saying.
I am understanding. It's just very low tier, and I'm trying to explain to you how it's a contradiction.
Okay, so I'm not telling you a story. A story would be a concept.
But you are. You're using the very things and concepts that you just said Christians do, and you're telling a story about what Christians and religions do. You're telling a story.
I'm telling you factually what it is, the story.
The fact that you call it a fact doesn't make it not a story.
Okay, you understand the story that Christianity has about God, right?
And you're telling a rival story.
No, I am telling you what. Okay, I'm trying to simply mirror back to you what it is Christians believe.
It's not going to work. It's not going to work with a presuppositionalist. Do you have an actual argument or just assertions of stories? Because you have a rival story. Do you have an argument you want to make, or are you just going to yap all day?
Well, you know what? I'm not yapping, and I think you're being very disingenuous. I'm trying to explain.
It says open debate. Okay, so when people come to open debate, they get treated like it's a debate.
That's fine.
And your first point was a contradiction, and you're missing the fact that you're doing the very thing that you're critiquing.
It's not a contradiction. I'm using words to try to explain to you my understanding.
You're telling a story using concepts. That's the very thing you said Christians do as a complaint.
So you're saying that when I share with someone else what it is Christians believe, that I am telling a story?
You're complaining about what we do, and you have a rival story. So you're doing the same thing.
I'm simply giving you an example of what a concept is that points to what we call God.
And I'm just pointing out that you're doing the same thing because that's unavoidable.
I'm not telling you a story. I'm explaining to you.
But you are. Your explanation is your worldview story about what Christians do. You don't see that?
I know exactly what Christians believe.
I don't care. That's not addressing what I'm pointing out, that you're doing the exact same thing.
By talking?
You're telling a rival story, a rival account.
What's my rival story that I'm telling?
You have this concept, G-O-D, the glyphs, and we call it this God, and it's a transcendent concept that you're telling a story.
If you're you're gonna, hey, do you claim to be a Christian?
Okay, here we go with the piety signaling. Are you going to make an argument? Where is your actual argument? Where is your actual argument? You're not even a Christian. We're not going to listen to you.
You made fun of me and mocked me in front of everybody.
Yeah, because your arguments are dumb. They're bad.
Because that is what Christians are. You're
right.
evil.
So now, yeah, we're evil when you got called out for a bad argument. Can you make an actual argument?
Jehovah is evil. You're not going to win with me, buddy. I know more about Christianity than you and the rest of your buddies.
Okay, right. So let's hear an actual argument. Where's an actual argument?
Keep laughing, hypocrite.
Where's your actual argument?
You don't know what you're talking about.
I'm happy to address your argument. You've already got refuted once.
But you haven't. You just went in circles.
No, I pointed out your contradiction.
No, you didn't. I was pointing out exactly what it is, the concept of the Christian belief system. And I was telling you about the concept of God, which you made fun of me for.
Because you don't even see. Shut up. Stop yapping. This is not a place for you to yap.
I did not insult you.
All right. This is because your arguments are so dumb. That's why. Do you not understand how dumb the arguments are? The arguments are so dumb that I'm laughing. That's why.
That's why people shouldn't become Christians. For people like you.
Right. You're whining and whining and whining. Nobody cares about your whining. Can you make an actual argument? All right, we're done.
You're like Andrew Wilson.
So that guy's a Gnostic, by the way. Shocker, right? Literally doing the very thing that he thinks is the kill shot. But they're oblivious to the fact that he's telling a rival story.
Yeah.
Kyrie,